the strongest swordsman in the world. With the dream of achieving this title, Zoro embarked on a journey to fight strong people from all over the world. Starting with the name Pirate Hunter, Zoro is now one of the strongest swordsmen in the world of One Piece. Hello YouTube, welcome to another One Piece theory discussion, and I have divided this discussion into two videos. In this video I am going to try and explain the truth behind Zoro's left eye, and in the next video we are going to discuss whether or not he will open his left eye in Wano. But before starting, my channel is new on YouTube and I'm trying to do what I love, and I'm going to publish new One Piece videos at least 2 or 3 times a week. So just take a second to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now let's get to the discussion. After the time skip, what was the thing that shocked us the most? It was Zoro's left eye. When I saw it first, it was like, really? Did he just get his left eye blinded? The next thought that came to mind, Oda couldn't possibly have done this. Zoro is on his way to becoming the strongest swordsman in the world, and losing an eye is quite a disadvantage for a swordsman. It hinders your perception of distance and depth and creates a blind spot in a battle. So there's surely a good reason behind this. And what might be that reason? Now let's rewind back a little. Things started brewing in Lockdown when Zoro got his hands on the Sandai Kitetsu, a cursed demon splitter sword. The name suggests it splits demons, but how? Because it itself contains a demon, and it was told that no one in the world uses Kitetsu now. The swordsmen who wielded it before have all died mysterious deaths, and this obviously has a connection with the demon. Now let's move forward to the Alabasta arc. In the fight against Dust Bones, Zoro for the first time unconsciously used Haki, and we know how swords and Haki have a deep connection. The Enma Zoro is using now can drain the Haki of its user, and Luffy got his eyes on Nidai Kitetsu in Wano by sensing the Haki stored in it. So Haki is a way for the user to connect with the sword, and that's how it started. When Zoro's Haki flowed into the sword, the demon residing in it awoke and got a taste of Zoro's power. Now you might have a question, why didn't the demon take over Zoro? He had almost no strength to resist after the fight. And it's because it's not about strength, it's about the willpower. Zoro's willpower might have been too strong for the demon to take over. And then nothing happened during the Skype arc. But after fighting with Aokiji like Luffy, Zoro might have realized how weak they are. And by the time they reached Enies Lobby, Zoro started drawing out the power of the demon. Remember when Zoro fought a Navy captain on the water tracks on the way to Enies Lobby? Before the fight, he was saying this guy is strong, but he still one-shotted his attacks using a demon technique. And later he used another demon technique to defeat Kaku, a CP9 agent, and he called it Ashura. Now what is Ashura, and why was Zoro calling it that? In some religious mythology, Asuras are demon gods with 3 faces and 6 arms, just like when we saw Zoro using the Ashura technique against Kaku. And they have horns resembling that of an ox, and Zoro's first demon technique name was Ox Demon Santoryu Gyuki. And Asuras live for battle, they love combat and violence and destroying things. So whoever wielded the Kitetsu before and connected with it got themselves taken over by Ashura, setting them on a path of infinite carnage and eventually killing them in the process. That explains the mysterious deaths of those swordsmen. But Zoro's willpower was resisting the demon from taking over, and he only used a portion of it, letting the demon reside in his left eye, because he always holds the Kitetsu on his left hand. But Zoro was inconsistent in using the demon technique because he probably thought it might be too dangerous to use it at his current level. The next time he used it was against a pacifista when they were escaping from the Shabondi island. And now we have arrived at the main point, Zoro's 2 years training with Mihawk. And what happened in the training? There are two possible explanations of what might have happened during the training. The first one is during his training, Zoro was pushing himself too hard and subconsciously started using the power of the demon. And at some point, when he faced a challenge that was greater than his strength could handle, it could be a duel with Mihawk where he got desperate because Mihawk is the ultimate challenge he wishes to overcome. And it's totally normal for anyone to get desperate in this situation. And that desperation led to a mistake. He completely let go of the leash that was keeping the demon in check, and the power overwhelmed him, took over his consciousness, and being in an uncontrollable state at a risk of losing his life, Mihawk might have realized the situation and slashed his left eye where the demon was residing. And for the second explanation, we all know how Zoro has a strong sense of pride. He will use only his own power to grow stronger without borrowing power from others. But he also wants to be the strongest swordsman. So he was in a bind whether to use the demon's power or not. And ultimately, he decided to make this power his own, training to control it and activating it at will rather than being controlled by its will. So he started training with it, exposing its power little by little, and gaining control over it. But at a certain point, probably in the last half years of his training, to gain more control over it, he exposed too much of the power and it ended up trying to consume his mind, setting him on a path of unstoppable violence. And Zoro might have gone on quite a rampage before he himself, with sheer willpower, at last gained control of his right hand and slashed his left eye by himself. So these are the two possible explanations of how his left eye got slashed, and in both cases the demon tried to take control over his full body and mind, but ultimately failed and ended up taking control only on the left eye. That's why Zoro decided to keep his left eye closed until he becomes strong enough to unleash this power and control it. And now I want you guys to let me know what you think, which one of these two cases might have happened, or is there any other explanations that you might have, no matter how crazy it sounds. So comment whatever is on your mind, and pretty soon I'm uploading the second video of this discussion, whether or not Zoro will open his left eye in Wano. Like and share the video if you had fun watching, and subscribe the channel if you want to keep more videos coming.